being active and being fit and being healthy can aid with helping children with recovery. We're with Kim Dellinger from Bacon Street. Kim, from a fitness standpoint, how can fitness play a role in active recovery?
So I think that fitness and whole health is incredibly important for anybody who is suffering from mental health or substance use disorders. What you'll find is that if you have somebody who has an active lifestyle, their body is able to more effectively um, address the imbalances that might be going on when they're going through the recovery process. Recovery is hard. It's really, really hard for anybody who's going through that process, and there needs to be an understanding of the fact that their bodies are trying to flush toxins out of them, and exercise is a great way to do that. It also helps with your mental health. There's a lot of studies to show the fact that resiliency for kids and mental health is substantially improved if you're exercising on a regular basis. Um, if you're getting outside, if you're going for a walk, or if you're even if you're going out to play basketball, or if you're going to go, hiking or biking or something along those lines with family and friends, there's also those social connection pieces there that also help with the recovery process. So engaging families in the recovery process also includes physical fitness. And so giving your kid that opportunity to do that is a really beneficial.
Now, I like that you said that you're just kind of engaging the family. Like, does it help with recovery if a parent gets involved in an activity with a child? Let's say, like, the child takes taekwondo or takes rowing or some other physical activity. Does it help that the parent is a partner in that with them?
Absolutely. I think one of my favorite resources out there that is out there about helping kids figure out what their passion is or figuring out where they want to go with their lives is this idea of it's actually something by the Search Institute, which is a resource that I'd love to share with parents. But to get back to it is this idea of what is a spark. A spark is something in a kid's life that is going to help them um, figure out what they're passionate about. And so their spark might be rowing, or it might be taekwondo, or it might be um, drama, or it might be singing. It can be a variety of different things like that. And the job of a parent in helping their child figure out what that spark is for them is to encourage and foster that. And so if you go with your kid to their soccer game and you're cheering them on the whole time, they're going to be that much more incentivized emotionally, physically to continue with that. And um, as a parent, you have also an opportunity to role model good healthy lifestyles, and so that's another piece that goes along with it. So if you go and you play soccer with your kids, or if you go on a family bike ride together, or if you guys go on a hike together, all of those are reinforcing those kinds of positive things in a kid's life.
Yeah, and I like that you said that. I was reading a piece. Actually, I saw it on a friend had posted from Mosaic Science about how they're doing that in Iceland a whole lot now, where they're
Hmm.
incorporating like activity in whether it's physical activity or whether it's some sort of passion, like you said, a spark, some sort of passion that a child may have or like, and using that to get kids off of substances. So I see that that's kind of a thing that's going on, and it seems
Hmm.
to be very helpful.
It is absolutely, and I think that you'll find that, I love that you said Iceland because it's always a challenge in places where there are cold climates to figure out how to keep kids active and engaged. And I think, one of the things that I've started seeing is people are using the outdoor experience and getting kids outside in ways that they might not necessarily have been doing 20 or 30 years ago um, to engage with their environment, no matter where they are. A great example of that is playgrounds in elementary schools. For a long time, in places where it was really cold, they wouldn't necessarily send the kids out onto the playground if it was snowing or something like that. But now, science is supporting the fact that just bundle them up a lot and just send them out there because the fresh air and the physical activity is going to really help with their engagement in the classroom environment.
Gosh, it's amazing that just that connection between the outdoors and really just maximizing on your health.
Absolutely.
Now, in the work you do, is fitness incorporated into recovery?
So, one of the things that is important to kind of share how we go about doing what we do is we provide and put together individualized treatment plans for every young person who comes in. So every person, depending on their what they bring to the table, what they're struggling with, what their physical lifestyle is like, all of those are pieces that that our clinicians weigh in on. And so, but the neat thing about where the treatment process goes for those kids is that it's based on what their outcomes and their goals are for treatment. It's not us saying this is your treatment goals and this is what you're going to be doing, because that doesn't work with anybody. We want them to set up what their goals and their objectives are. So if health and physical fitness is a component that is important and that they're already wanting to grow in their own lives, absolutely, that would definitely be incorporated into that. And then it also gives us an opportunity to support healthy lifestyles. Do we have a component that says, well, you're going to go exercise for 10 minutes or 20 minutes a day or something like that? That's not really what we go do in our clinical setting. Um, but we certainly, would encourage anybody who is interested in doing something like that and could build it into an individualized treatment plan, because we know that it's a successful strategy.
Thank you for listening to this session of TheraFit. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our web address, holisticfamilysolutions.com, to your friends and colleagues. Be sure to check out the archive section of our website for previous podcasts. This has been an HFS production. Join us next time for another edition of TheraFit.